Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I want to talk about safe investments and how you need to load up ETFs, Walmart, reality income. Okay, these stocks, these ETFs are key right now in this market. Okay, first things first, the importance of safe investment in a down market. What does a down market mean? It's bear market, everybody's losing money. It's not the time because the market is uncertain and they're fearful. When people have fear, they're panicking. Oh my God, Trump announced something about tariffs. Oh my God, we're going to be taxed more on goods from, out of country, and we have another tariff rule that's passing that's going to knock all our stocks down, right? When people are unfamiliar with what's going on, there are going to be a lot of big sell-offs that's going to cause that. So what do you do around this time? Well, safe investments play a crucial role in any portfolio. Okay, you can be a high risk, high reward investor. You could be low risk, low reward investor. You need to have some cushion in your investment. Okay, so capital preservation, liquidity in uncertain times, psychological and emotional stability. Okay, and also opportunity for strategic buying. Let's start with number one. Okay, so when markets are at a fall or a downturn, okay, high risk investments can suffer massive losses. For example, we have Nvidia, we have GameStop in my portfolio. They're at a major downturn. What do? Do I sit back and just wait? Do I wait for these to go up? No, I have those safe investments that I am more critical on. They have good history. There's one thing about safe investments. They have good history. The S&P 500 is still up 8%, right? And on average, it goes up 9 to 10% a year. So if I think it's going to cap at $609 by the end of this year, right? I can say, I'm going to buy at 522. I'm going to buy at 548. I'm going to buy at 572. I'm going to buy at 551, right? I'm going to make these purchases because I know I'm not worried about my current state. I'm worried about the next 4 to 5 months, the next 4 to 5 years with these safe investments, okay? So capital preservation, when markets are at a fall, at a downturn, high-risk investments can suffer massive losses. So safer investments, such as high-quality bonds, right, treasury securities, or ETFs, in my case, right, or a dividend-paying stock, can be slightly more secure. Everything has a risk, right, but some have lower risk. Low risk, low reward. You do something with high risk, you get higher reward. So if you're able to find the right balance in your portfolio, you're going to be making money regardless of how the market is reacting, okay? Second thing is liquidity in uncertain times. Basically, just know when to take money out, okay? Just know when people are going to be uncertain, when people are going to be fearful. If you're up 20, 30, 40% on Walmart, right, and you see something like tariffs being passed on China, most of Walmart's goods are coming from China, okay? So what we have to realize is, let's make sure we're probably selling at that 50% high, or we're buying even more when we're down at 85, when we're down at 86, when we're down at 84, right? We're buying more right here, or we're selling all the way back up when we're at 95, 96, 97, right? This is the time to buy. I don't see any issue in buying Walmart. 2008 financial crisis, they survived that. Previously, there was another market downturn back. I think it was a little bit before 2008. They survived that as well. Walmart has good history. Safe investments have good history. Nvidia probably doesn't have as much of a strong history as Walmart, right? Nvidia's always been volatile. It's a tech stock. You're always fearful Nvidia can end up like something like Nokia, right? Or it can end up like something like let's say Intel, right? So it's always kind of a gamble with these tech stocks, but you can get a lot of profit. I mean, up 200, 300, 400% if you really hit on those tech stocks early on, right? So, but what you need to realize, long-term stocks is going to take some time, about 6 to 7 years, right? But who cares about that? If you're young, you got the time, you got the dedication and discipline and consistency, you can make how much ever money you want. Okay, the sky is the limit. First things first, emotional stability, okay? Investing can be emotional, especially when markets decline sharply, okay? Having a portion of assets in safe investments reduces anxiety, okay? A lot of people, they start panicking. I mean, this is a game where you need to have a peace of mind. If you don't have a peace of mind, right, if you can't go to sleep knowing your portfolio is down 150% today, okay, you're in the wrong game. You don't even worry about starting a business if you can't even handle an 80-90% loss. Okay, being an entrepreneur is hard. Okay, making money takes money. I'm losing $130. I'll still wake up every day with a smile on my face. I'll go to work. I'll probably go to my classes, right? I'll probably join every single Zoom my boss wants me to join, right? I'm going to do all the little things to check those, to check those off the list. Keep checking those off the list, because this is what's going to make you money in the future. This ETF is not going to make me money probably next month, the month after that, right? I'm looking to sell this in 2030. I want you guys to keep in 2030 to now. How much money can I grow in the S&P 500? Let's take 2020. I can get 100%, potentially 100% growth, right? That's kind of stretching it, right? Even if I can get 50% growth on, let's say, $10,000, right? That's $5,000 extra dollars. I'll pay a little bit of tax on it, right? That's money, 10,000, or that has grown instead of declining. Okay. This making sure we're focusing more on the positives is very crucial. Okay, so opportunity for strategic buying for investors who prefer to buy when markets are down. For example, buying the dip or buying when the market is at a low trend, right? This is the time for you to buy. I am a fan of this. Okay, I love to buy around this time, but I like to buy on stocks that I know that'll kind of bump up and give me worth my money in the future. So most of my money is going to go to Walmart in these upcoming investments, right? I want to get this above $100. I want to get this ETF another $20, $50, $40 added here, right? I'm working with small amounts of money, but as your capital grows, your capital is the number one thing. If you got $20,000 just sitting in a savings account doing absolutely nothing, right? Take at least $5,000 out, and if you're young, take at least $10,000 out, right? Put that into a stock. Put that into a ETF with good research, right? These things are going to benefit you 4 to 5 years from now. It's not going to happen overnight, right? But when it happens, you're going to feel blessed. You're going to be ready to cash that money out when you're ready to retire, or when you're ready to put a down payment on a house, right? All those things matter. So just kind of highlighting on these things, right? Let me break it down in easy, simple terms. So you need more money. You need to know when to buy and sell. You need to stay emotionally stable, right? Ignore the voices, and you definitely need to be very strategic in these markets, all right? That's all for me. Make sure we're buying. Make sure we're very, very crucial when it comes to these markets, okay? You want to be very precise with your investments. Invest in something that is more safer around this time. When NVIDIA goes back up to 125, 130, okay, buy a little bit more because we see a rally up, right? So you need to know the right times to buy, nice price points to buy. I'm not buying NVIDIA all the way down at 90, right? If I see a huge increase from 90 to 98, all right, buy a little bit more, right? Buy a little bit more at 110, right? These small price points is where you make the gains happen, all right? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Mr.BuyTheDip is out.